cool, dude. First nice hognose of the year. It's a beaut.
Oh, king!
Dude!
That's a nice one.
Yeah! Classic chain king. Whoa. Oh, dang. There you go. Whoa. Holy crap. Look at that. All right, guys, today I'm hiking through some coastal marsh habitat looking for very rare snakes. There's a very low chance that I actually find them, but we should see some other snakes along the way. It's a beautiful spring day. It's like 80 degrees, and I've got my friend Rusty coming out to meet up with me. We're gonna hike around, maybe even do some flipping later in the day, and hopefully we get lucky. Let's see what we can find. Nice racer hanging out. Good sign. All right, so far today, it's only been racers. And we've got another racer right here. Not the target of the day, but we're happy to be seeing snakes. You can see it's stretched out, getting some sun, or what little sun there is today. So hopefully that's a good sign. All right, Rusty just found a mud turtle, an eastern mud turtle. These guys kind of cool, like a box turtle, have a hinged shell on the bottom. That's one way you can tell the difference is from a musk turtles. They have the hinge right there. They can close it kind of like a box turtle can. All right, this guy decided to stop being shy. And you can see it's actually got 2 nub feet. Front 2 feet don't have feet. Front 2 legs don't have feet, I should say. That's pretty funny. Oftentimes raccoons and minks and kind of mammalian predators like that are the cause of that. They'll find these guys and they'll chew their feet off while they tuck into their shell. So I guess the hinging was not enough for this guy. But anyway, those are old healed injuries. We're gonna put them back. All right, check this out. In this old chimney, got a rat snake right here, just peeking out. Looks like he's backing up, and I don't think we're gonna yank him out of there, but that's pretty cool. He must have somewhere way back in there that he was able to hibernate. That's cool. Oh, is it heavy? Lots of tunnels. I do not see one, but it looks pretty good. That's a big garter. And if he bites, that's not gonna feel super good. He's kind of at a tough angle too. Oh. Shoot.
Got him?
I do, yeah, just by the tail though. Doing this one-handed is tricky. Here, if you can grab him in the midsection right there. Oh, I'm about to lose him. I'm slipping. There you go. Whoa. Worth it? I don't know. All right, Rusty with the spot and the assist on the grab. I didn't want to pull this guy by the tail, and I'm just using my big camera, so I only had one hand. But real nice, large eastern garter snake. Whoa, he just opened his mouth a little bit. I grew up catching these things, so a little bit nostalgic, smelling their musk. It's pretty cool though. Just happy to be seeing snakes today, and snakes are out in force given that it's pretty perfect weather. Really, really warm despite being early in the year. So stuff is awake and spring is here. It's really nice. All right, see you later, big man. He's zooming. Almost ran this guy over. I was expecting snakes on the road. That's pretty cool. I was just moving from spot to spot and this guy was crossing the road and I was looking at it like, that's not a snake, is it? Sure enough, racers are out and about. That's a sure sign of spring if these guys are dispersing. I mean, I'm sure they can hibernate pretty much anywhere, but that's cool. I'll make sure he gets where he's going here. All right, let her rip. No one there. Not yet. I feel good about it too. Oh, racer. I think that's a racer. We should double check. He's right in here. That's definitely a racer.
Really dirty.
Oh, here's another worm snake right here. Look at that. Spring has sprung. Look at them going down in there. These guys are so good at tunneling. won't say that. Another worm snake. Dude, there's been worm snakes under everything. Man. And this way. Oh, worm snake. Coiled up back there. The worms are out in force. Kind of leave them alone.
Oh, king!
Dude!
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Hang on. Leave him there for a second. He's gonna go, I bet, but. Nice, dude! Why is it we only find kings at this spot? First king of the year.
Yeah, man.
Looks a little in shed, but he's warm too. Let's see what's in the next layer. Maybe we'll get a milk in there too. Hey, no complaints about that.
Yeah, not at all.
So look at that. Eastern king snake, first king snake in the northeast of the year for me. And first Eastern king of the year. Was not expecting that today. We were just checking stuff, just seeing if anything was up. We're mostly laying cover today and hiking around, but hey, king is a king, is a king, is a king. This guy's wagging his tail, but it's not for the same reason that a dog wags its tail. See him trying to imitate a rattlesnake or so they say. But yeah, look at that. Nice king to kick off the year. Classic chain king. Whoa. Thin bands. Relatively clean snake. And it's probably only going to get better looking as the year goes on and he gets some meals in him and sheds. But looking healthy to start the year. Maybe a blister or two here and there, but that's fairly typical in these wetter areas for snakes to get some blisters over the winter. And king snakes, at least in my opinion, seem pretty resilient to that kind of thing. They do relatively all right with winter blisters and stuff. That most of them get some every year, it seems, and then they shed it out very quickly. Yeah, so we set this spot up for milk snakes, and so far it's only giving us king snakes, which could be a bad sign. It could have both milks and kings. That would be really cool. But it could also mean that this spot is dominated by king snakes. Because a king snake, I'm sure, would not hesitate to eat a milk snake, even though they're cousins. Anyway, we're gonna let this thing go, but super happy to get something in that cover. All right, see ya, buddy. Back into the stack of tin. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Oh, worm snake. We got a worm snake. Look at you. Worm snakes everywhere. Ooh, racer. He's got a little bit of a, oh, he's got a bum eye on one side. That's cool. Needs a couple sheds. He's got a little bit of the fungus. So they're kind of formidable. Oh, another one. Oh. See ya, buddy. Alright folks, well, nice to round out the day with a couple racers. I'm heading home. It was just a quick weekend outing, but real fun hanging out with Rusty. Go check out his channel. I'm going to put the link down in the description, and the rest of this video is going to continue on another day. See you guys then. Alright guys, today I am looking for hognose snakes. And if you're a regular viewer, you might remember at the end of last year I lost what is essentially the best hognose of my life. And I didn't feel like I put enough effort into hognoses last year up until that point, which was very late in the year. So this year I'm making a point of putting a lot more effort into seeing some nice ones. And I want to see if I can get some redemption and top that one that got away in the fall. So let's see what we can find. Just scanning along these brush piles and tip ups, down logs, all that kind of stuff, hoping to see something basking. Check this out, I just started my walk and there's this big rat snake on the crawl right here. Just minding his own business. This is such a great sign though. Snakes are super active today, it seems. This guy's coming right towards me like 2 minutes into my walk. That's awesome. I'm actually just gonna let this guy do his thing out of interest. David Attenborough version of my channel right now. He's looking at me. I'm doing a bad job as a narrator and a host. The animal we're focused on sees me right now. Fairly good sized rat snake though. It's about 4.5, 5 feet long. He's just cruising along. He's got places to be too. You guys can get a sense of how big he is with him crossing the trail here. Oh yeah, maybe 5 feet long. It's a good sized rat snake for sure. Alright, I'm approaching this rock pile here, but could have predicted this. It's a really sizable water snake right here just basking in the rock pile. It's pretty neat. I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer. There's probably more. We're in situ herpers today. Not touching any snakes. Not permanently, just so far I've kind of been near people. I'm in a pretty suburban place and, you know, not trying to make a scene here, especially just for a water snake. All right, let's just see what else is in these rocks here. A queen snake would be cool. I'd catch a queen snake. Just spotted an absolute unit of a water snake. Pretty attractive one too. Got a lot of nice orange on it. Zoom into it here. It's not a bad looking water snake. You can just see how big that head is. Look at it, it's kind of gray in color, grayish brown with nice orange on the sides. Kind of a good looking snake. All the boys are posted up. Little sun came out. And they are utilizing this log to the fullest. Alright, not far from that big water snake, I just spotted a nice garter snake basking. Standard looking garter snake. Not sure how many snakes we're at for the day, but I'll start racking them up. See how many we can see. It's a good area for just seeing snakes though. Not what we're after yet, but still pretty cool. Seems we've entered a pretty water snaky stretch. I've seen like 3 or 4 that I have not gotten on camera because they've plopped into the water, but here's one. It was sitting next to another one that also went in, so yeah. A little less healthy looking. You can see it's a little bit skinnier and there's some lesions back there on the back part of the body, so probably has fungal disease, something like that. But hopefully it shakes that off as the season goes on. Lots of nice brush in this area, kind of fresh, but looks pretty good. Man, I'm hoping it doesn't play dead. We got a nice yellow phase hognose right here. This is exactly what we were looking for. We were hoping for an orange one, but this is just beautiful. It was out on the crawl, almost stepped on it. It's super charged up and active, so I'm trying not to let it play dead. But right now it's kind of like in in-between mode. Totally was not expecting it, just very zoned out. Dang, that's cool, dude. First nice hognose of the year. It's a beaut. Love to get some footage of it hooding up. It has a nice yellow hood, but hey, I'm just happy to be seeing anything right now. I was really hoping for a bright red one in this area. Yeah, look at that hood. Trying to be very gentle, not let it play dead. Man, that is not a bad first hognose of the year, at least in the mid-Atlantic. I guess I had a bad first hognose of the year in Texas. But this thing is pretty freaking nice. Nice yellow one. That's just awesome. So in classic hognose fashion, this guy played dead shortly after that clip in my hand. And check it out, if you try to flip him back over, right side up, watch what happens. Immediately onto his back. He won't even entertain it, like he's already flipping when I go like that. Anyway, we're not going to stress this guy out too much. You can see, looks to be a male. Look at that long tail. So it's probably a male that's out cruising around for females. So we're going to let him on his way. All right, well, I'm gonna put this guy out of harm's way, kind of in a shadier spot here. And he's gonna come back to life shortly, but I'm just gonna leave him under this brush pile so he feels secure and he doesn't get predated in the minute or two that it takes him to unfake dead. Whew, I'm sweating because it's getting pretty warm out here, but super exciting. Great first hog in the mid-Atlantic of the year. I don't want to count that Texas hog as my first hog of the year because that was not great looking. But anyway, we're gonna keep hiking around and hopefully get a nice vibrant orange one. All right, I saw orange from a distance and it got my heart pumping, but it's just this handsome box turtle. I'm gonna zoom in while his head's still out. Look at that, beautiful big male, really nice red eye on him, some orange on the face. Let's see, are you friendly or shy? Pretty shy. Good looking turtle. See that nice indentation? That would be a male. With a cleaner shell, like, you know, if this was washed off a little bit, this would be a really good looking turtle. But anyway, I'm gonna put him back. Just spotted a little racer moving around. Definitely hunting. Look at its fast little head movements. That's pretty cool. Look at that, cocking its head sideways, flicking its tongue. It's totally hunting skinks and things like that. Super alert. It's kind of cool. I mean, I love catching snakes and getting them in hand, but it is pretty cool today, kind of taking a slightly more hands-off approach with most of the snakes we're seeing and just watching what they're doing. Especially doesn't hurt to do that with really common ones like this. Alright guys, well, we transitioned into the evening, and being that I wanted to find hognose snakes and didn't really have much to flip in the area, and I don't usually find hognose snakes in the evening unless they're undercover, I decided I'm going to pick things up tomorrow where we're going to do some rock flipping, so see you guys then. Look at this. These are some really nice roadside boards. Be great to get something under these to start off the day. Should be something under that. All right guys, today I'm out in the Appalachian Mountains and we're mostly gonna be flipping rocks, trying to see what kinds of snakes we can find. The big target of the day is a scarlet king snake, but then there's also corn snakes in this area, all kinds of cool stuff on these xeric ridge tops. So let's see what we can find. Oh, dang. There you go. In shed, unfortunately, but there is our Montane Scarlet King. Check that out. That's exactly what we were looking for. All right, so not the best looking individual. Still a good looking snake for sure. But we got a Montane Scarlet King snake. This is my first Scarlet King from up in the Appalachian Mountains, and there's these really unique populations, some of them more recently discovered, that have just kind of been flying under the radar here on xeric, as in sandy southern type habitat ridge tops in the Appalachian Mountains. And the Scarlet King snake is a species that you associate with the coastal plain, like longleaf pine forests. And not so much something that you associate with out here in the mountains. But that's what's so cool about Appalachia, is that there's just so much of it that's inaccessible and so much that's yet to be discovered. So we've got a large Scarlet King snake here. Unfortunate that it's in shed, but hey, it's a great start to the day, and now we have a baseline, something to beat, you know? We want to get a nice out of shed Scarlet King, and I think it's possible. So cool seeing scarlet kings in rocky habitat like this. I'll let this guy find his way back under cover. That's awesome. This looks like a good rock, I'm calling it. Ooh, salamander. I don't know what kind of salamander this is. I mean, default would be redback, but I am in Appalachia, so I'll have to look this one up. Fence lizard. Oop, get out from under there. Put your home back. Ooh, hang on. Hell yeah. I thought I might encounter one of these today. He's tiny. That's a lifer. Check it out. Got a itty bitty little southeastern crown snake. Tantilla species. There's a lot of tantilla species all over the country, and I've seen a couple in different places, but for whatever reason, I still hadn't seen a crown snake, or southeastern crown snake. So yeah, this is my very first southeastern crown snake. Kind of wanted to see one for a while. I mean, tantilla are really cool. A lot of what they eat, I don't know what they eat here, but a lot of what they eat in other parts of their range are centipedes, which is crazy because they're pretty small snakes. This is obviously like a young one, but man, I'd be happy to see a bigger one at some point today. That's cool. See you, buddy. Man, wearing shorts today was not the best decision. It's pretty warm, but man, when I've had to go through these blackberry patches, it's been pretty brutal. Oh, bigger tantilla. Nice. It's in shed. Bigger though. Alright, I might just let this one go and hope that we encounter one that's not in shed. Oh, tantilla going down this hole here. Wow, crazy how quick they can get underground. Put this rock back. It's a good one. Dang it. Alright, come on, give me another scarlet king. It's time. It's time. Give me one that's out of shed. Now, if you're going to be flipping rocks, the least you can do is put them back exactly how they go. Make sure they're nice and pressed down and sealed good, like how they were before you flipped them. And anyone can relate to it. You know, you're out there, you're super tired because you've been climbing up hills and flipping rocks all day. But you gotta put them back exactly how they were, even when you're tired. Even when you're tired. See how when you flip a big rock on a hillside like this, it slides down. You gotta pull it back up. Whoa! Holy crap. Look at that. Oh, man. That one is sick. Also in shed. Let's see what's under here before we... Alright, well, another scarlet king snake on the day. This one much smaller. Pretty sweet, lots of black on the head. Looks pretty typical for scarlet king from northern edges of their range. Kind of cool stomach, but yeah, it just looks like a pretty standard, good looking scarlet king snake. Again, in shed. So the challenge is going to be, can we find one that's not in shed? And a lot of times snakes in a particular area of the same species will all kind of sync up in their shed cycles. Like you'll get all the, you know, or most of them, you know. there's something having to do with the weather, the time of year, and their natural history that leads them to want to shed at that time. Anyway, no complaints seeing scarlet kings up in the mountains. That's really cool. I'll let this guy go. Dang, that's cool. Missed the flip clip on it, but just flipped this gigantic northern red salamander. Took my brain a second to figure out what I was looking at. That is a really big red salamander. The habitat I'm in is like a dry ridge top, so anyway, we'll let him back to it. Oop, Tantilla. Nice. Little one. Another little crown snake here. Tantilla. Whoop. They're quick. Gosh, those are neat snakes. Put them back. Ooh, big Tantilla. Yes. That's what I wanted to see. That's awesome. Well, there's our big Tantilla. We've seen a couple small ones, but it's nice to see a big adult that's out of shed. It's definitely the biggest so far, and yeah, we did see one other like medium-sized one, but it was in shed. So this is cool. Man, flipping these rocks and all the blackberries and stuff, it's tearing my hands up. See, I'm bleeding a little bit all over the place. It's cool how flat the heads are on these things. You can tell these guys are just made for a life below ground. Look at that. Definitely a unique species. Alright, well, cool snake. We're gonna put it back under its rock here. See ya, bud. Dang. Good looking rock right there. Missed the flip clip on this, but got a worm snake right here. It's really fat or gravid. I can't tell. I've seen plenty of these, so, well, I mean, not today, but in this video, I think, or recently. Can't remember what video I put what in. It's gotta have something. It's not. Whoa. Another red salamander. Going down a hole. Trying to get him. Oh, got him. What? Another big chunky red salamander. Ooh, this guy's not being super cooperative. Let's see. Little Tantilla, I believe. Yep. That's cool. That's a pretty one. Oh, sorry, buddy. See ya. Alright guys, well, I am peacing out. It's kind of later in the day now. I explored some new spots that weren't super fruitful, and now it's starting to rain. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Got to see a lot of cool species in this one. But anyway, we're going to catch you in the next one.